Blake, you don't need a winter coat or a raincoat out on the deck right now.
Ooh, it is quite gorgeous out here on the weather deck, Juliet, this last Monday of March. But our focus really is the periodic storminess over the next 24 hours. And while we hope that the severe potential is quite a dud as we go into the last day of March, we do have some favorable ingredients in our atmosphere. Let's talk about it. 13 weather impact alert. We have 2 rounds we're focusing on. The first round coming as soon as later tonight, after midnight through about daybreak. That's our first round. That is primarily a hail risk, to a lesser extent, a wind risk as well. The second round, and this is all going to be dependent on how much clearing takes place as Tuesday goes on. The second round coming in later in the day. All modes of severe weather would be doable. The biggest thing, just staying weather aware over these next 24 hours. 13 weather ball is blinking green. We do have rain and thunderstorms in sight. 13 weather ball brought to you by LaFontaine Ford of Grand Rapids. Before we get back into the potential of thunderstorms and also severe weather, today was a beautiful day. Temperatures soaring into the 60s at the very least. Almost everyone into the lower to middle 70s. 74 in Grand Rapids. That's the warmest day of 2026 so far. On average, we should be sitting at 51, so over 20 degrees above average. Even South Haven cracking 75 degrees today, climbing all the way down, all the way up to 77. Our cool spot, Ludington, off the cooler waters of Lake Michigan, still climbed above 60 degrees. Numbers tonight, on a broad brush note, will fall into the upper 50s. I would not be surprised that many of us stay in the 60s tonight. So a warm night for late March standards, and if we can clear out the skies just enough tomorrow, we'll make another run back near 70 degrees. Big picture shows low pressure to our west. The first round will all be due to the continuation of warm air affecting into the Great Lakes region. That will blossom showers and storms upstream of us, some of which working their way into West Michigan. We're going to pick up the humidity somewhat tonight as well, so that's what these storms are going to feed off of. Tomorrow, the second round will come in the way of the low pressure system itself and its attendant cold front. So for the first round later tonight, after midnight through about daybreak tomorrow, hail and wind would be our primary risk. We are not expecting any tornado risk with this first round of thunderstorm development because these storms will have all their energy aloft, higher up in the atmosphere compared to near ground level. But you can see the higher risk is to our west and shaded in yellow, but our first risk comes in later tonight. The coverage of these storms later tonight still up in the air, and that's why we only have this level 1 marginal risk around West Michigan, but we'll be watching those storms upstream of us as the night goes on. Again, mostly in the way of a hail to lesser extent wind risk. The second round comes in later in the day tomorrow. We'll say in the afternoon into the evening hours. We have a level 1 to level 2 risk tomorrow, and if things work out in the way of how much clearing we can see tomorrow, we have a wind hail threat and also a small tornado risk as the day goes on. Again, tomorrow is all dependent on how much clearing takes place throughout the daytime hours. We'll likely see a few rounds of storms fire up as the afternoon goes on, continuing into the evening as that cold front slides through. So the biggest thing is just staying with us as we try to time out these storms if they do occur. Eventually, this will all sink southward of us by the end of tomorrow as the cold front continues to work its way into the Ohio River Valley. The cold front will do its job. We'll cool back down into the upper 40s on Wednesday. A quiet day for the midpoint of the week, the 1st of April. But we have another system coming in on Thursday, another low pressure system that will work its way into the Great Lakes late Wednesday night into Thursday. I think for most of us in West Michigan, this will just be a shower and storm risk. We will have to watch out for the potential of additional strong to severe thunderstorms if things, the ingredients in our atmosphere work their way in that direction. That would be on Thursday, and then we'll get our way into another quiet one come Friday before yet another low pressure system arrives come the start of Easter weekend. So a lot going on in this 7-day forecast. Again, Tuesday we have that periodic storminess. Wednesday, some quiet time, and another system coming in on Thursday.